What's up, Nexus Gamers? I'm back. The Stroke is here, bringing you more NGS, Nexus Gaming Series, Season 16 action. And we got a doozy for you. Division C West, U.S. Army Esports is going to be going head-to-head with Gambit Gaming. And we got some heavy hitters in here, like GG Crizzo. If you're a big NGS fan, you know all about that Crizzo, man. See if we can give you a nice little... He's definitely not on Assassin. Healer. There we go. There he is. Win rate 74% last season in NGS. I believe he was in Division B West with his team, Gambit Gaming. 7.6 KDA and an 87% kill participation. The big thing I look at is the dead time. He's dead less than a minute per game, which is letting you know your healer's doing good things with 80,000 damage a game. So this is going to be who U.S. Army Esports is going to have to wrangle and take out if they're planning on winning these matches. So my boy Crizzo, that's the threat. Let's take a look at the standings in Division C West. You got some tie, three-way tie, four-way tie for first with 4 teams leading the way with 3 points. Early in the season, U.S. Gambit Gaming and U.S. Army Gambit Gaming and U.S. Army Esports haven't played yet, so they're sitting down there at the bottom. One of these teams is looking to see if they can get there up in the 3 points rank and be tied for first, but it's a close early part of the season. We are going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen as Gambit Gaming has elected to go with map pick after winning, and we are going to be heading directly into the draft. Hype, says a sexy vegan. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to all of you. I love you guys all so much. So much. What we're going to try to do is get you some stats for these bans and picks. Tomb of the Spider Queen tends to be an easy lane to dual lane for the offlaners. So we're going to see a Blaze ban, which is pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Over to the side of Gambit Gaming for their first ban. Blaze, he's got a 39% pick rate, at least last season in NGS, with a 54% win rate, which is pretty darn good. We're going to see the Sonya banned out by Gambit Gaming. And a Johanna ban, so some tank-focused bans going down. Second ban going over to Gambit Gaming. And it's going to be the Greymane ban. Sonya has got a 6% ban rate and only a 44% win rate, but apparently Gambit Gaming doesn't want to see that going down. So we get a first pick and a win from that one guy. That one guy? You guys know that one guy? Now, next 2 picks over to Gambit Gaming. We talked about Crizzo a little bit pre-match. He's an outstanding healer. Let's see if he locks in his first pick. And it's going to be the Brightwing. And an Anubarak for Northern Touch. And followed up quickly with a Leoric for Fracture. And the ever so annoying Tassadar for Pro Basket. All right, last ban for this first map on Tomb of the Spider Queen for Gambit Gaming, or GG. And it's going to be the Garrosh ban. King, thanks for following. You're the best. You the best. Last ban for U.S. Army Esports. See if they try to get rid of a high-powered mage or someone with AoE clear. And it's going to be the Sylvanas ban. Sylvanas does have a 18% ban rate last year in the NGS, or last season. Five seconds for the next two picks. We are going to see a Tychus Dahaka. All right. Surefire is going to go with the Rain Man.
Fighting for.
And the May. For Badger. Last pick. Map number 1, Tomb of the Spider Queen, U.S. Army Esports versus Gambit Gaming. Who's it gonna be? For
the Nexus.
Pearl Saman. It's the Orphea. That is a hard word to say. Pearl Saman. All right. No swaps. And we are going to be heading into map number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen that these two heavy-hitting, successful teams from last season. And let's get into it. Look at how fast everyone's loading in. Man, they got some good connections. All right, for the blue team, we have that one guy on Anduin, Fracture playing Leoric. Pro Basket on Tassadar, Surefire on Raynor, and USC Honey Badger on May. For the red team, Krizo on Brightwing, Raymond on Tychus, Chelsea on the Dahaka, Pearl Saman on Orphea, and Northern Touch playing Anubarak. The Beetle. It's kind of messed up. The Beetle is going to be killing a bunch of spiders.
5, 4, 3.
Seems like Fracture side.
1.
Take a look at some talent picks here. We are going to get the Brush Stalker or enhanced agility from for Brush Stalker for Dahaka. Some very strong double soaking solo laners for this match. And so far, no fighting happening. I'm sorry, my stream is so boring. It's not my fault. Both teams kind of poking it out a little bit. I do think the Orphea is going to have a pretty good time in this match. Doesn't seem like anyone's going to be able to threaten her, at least from what I'm seeing. That force wall might be a problem, but... We're going to have Fracture double soaking the top and bottom for now. Uh-oh. Chelsea's gonna get that tongue just out of reach. Uh-oh. Orphea's gonna chase. Oh, she had it. But now she's in a bad spot. Uh-oh, got a little greedy. Here comes the phase shift from Brightwing. If she can hit one of her Qs, she'll be able to dash out of there, and there it is. Oh, gets stunned in the blizzard. We have 18 spider butts to 10 in favor of Gambit Gaming. Chelsea looks at a low Fracture who does get that Drain Hope on him. The tongue does hit the minion like you want it to. Let us know in the chat, guys. Who do you think? U.S. Army fans? Are we simply GG? What's going on?
Red team draws first.
And I completely missed a kill. Orphea kills Ranger. Cool. Good on me. Nailing it. 4 poor Ranger. Rosemon's going to have a decent match, I think. Already rocking around 10,000 hero damage. In terms of Tychus damage on the Mei, gotta watch out. And this camp is pushing down the center, providing a lot of siege pressure. 1 tower down. Two down, and they're looking for more. All right, we do have a about 10 gem, call it 20 gem lead for Gambit Gaming. That global is going to start to become a factor with the Haka. They're 4 gems shy for turn-in. They've got them. They just need to turn them in. And here we go. First round of spiders going over to Gambit Gaming. 1 kill to nothing in favor of them.
My magic.
If you're new to the game, you'll typically see a split push here, depending on what the teams want to do, but usually you'll get 3 or 4 in the top lane, 1 in the middle, and then rotate to the bottom. The top lane is your win condition part of the map because of this boss here. Later on in the game, if you don't have any siege protection up in the top lane, you can easily get a quick loss because of that boss. Uh-oh, Leoric goes in and gets stunned by the Anubarak. Locked up, phase shift goes out. Oh, but it gets interrupted. Tychus might go down from the Rainer damage, which he does. But Mei's in a bad spot. Has to pop Ice Block. Oh, Orphea goes down as well. The Rainer is starting to put out some intense damage. Fracture is back up and gets tongued immediately. I hate when that happens. Or do I? And after a round of spiders, towers down in the top lane, towers down in the mid lane, and half of the fort down in the bot lane, but no major damage done. Could have been worse. Uh-oh, Tychus, you gotta be careful here. Looks like he may be just working on some stacks. 21 stacks of in the rhythm. U.S. Army Esports does have enough gems to turn in, but Gambit Gaming is going to do everything they can to prevent that from happening. See if we get a kill here. It does miss. Leoric's going to have to get out of there with the Tychus coming. And now GG is just playing the defense game. Burrow does miss, as does Impale from Anubarak. Here comes the Haka with the tongue. It does miss. But that's okay, because they're still defending and gaining gems with spider butts while they can. Mei's got 31 of these things. All right, level 10's online for all players. We are going to see a Cocoon with Isolation. Eternal Feast for Orphea. Entomb for Leoric. There it is. It does whiff. And Cocoon goes out on Leoric as well. Nothing really doing with those ults there. We are going to see Odin, as well as Black Hole. Holy Word Salvation. Oh, there goes the tongue onto the Leoric, and he is down. That one guy not able to help him. And Badger's in a bad spot as well. There goes a nice force wall out onto Pearlzamon, but he is going to be able to... Uh-oh, two-man ice wall. And now everyone's setting up, getting in position. Eternal Feast misses, as does Black Hole. But at the end of the day... Uh-oh, there's another Entomb, goes out onto Chelsea, but he's able to walk right through Fracture. Very nice Holy Word Salvation from that one guy. Get everyone back up to full health. Overall, a big-time neutral skirmish, but at the end of the day, GG is going to get some value from that camp they got right before that, and they may get a second turn in here. Which they are. Second round of Spiders over to Gambit Gaming. I like the defensive mindset they played. They didn't try to get too aggressive with the engages with the level 10s. They just played it safe, played defense, got enough gems, and made it happen. Alright, you see them focusing top lane once again. They do have 2 globals available to join in if they need to. Yorick looking for the flank. Cocoon does go out onto him. He may... Uh-oh. Burrow misses. Tongue coming out. Oh, but the Hawk gets rooted and exploded. He might not be able to make it out of there with the Entomb. Does get the tongue out onto the yard. Oh, another amazing Holy Word Salvation. They are going to have to get out of Eternal Feast if they want to not die eternally to a feast. Just a lot of neutral ult usage. MVP right now for me, that one. Uh-oh. Pearlzamon chasing down Rainer. Pearl Simon? Meanwhile, the castle takes down, or the camp takes down the towers and half of the keep in the middle. That's not good. Not good. Level 13s are up for both teams. Alright, US Army Esports is going to have to find a way to get these gems turned in, or else they're just going to slowly be attrited. And Blue is going to get the turn in. First round of Spiders for US Army Esports. Meanwhile, Chelsea's going to get the Siege Knights down in the bottom. Ice Wall whiffs, as does Entomb on a Nubarak, who just gets out of there with no issues. And we do see a 5-man push in the top lane, although Fracture looks to be heading down. Here comes the Odin to clear out this spider wave really quick. No damage done there in the top lane. Cocoon does go out onto Mei. We'll see if we get a stun onto the back line. A very nice work there. I like what they did there. Holy Word Salvation does come out, but the tongue gets right onto Anduin, and now he's in bad shape. He's able to run out of there thanks to his level 13. Entomb goes out on 2 members of the GG, but Nubarak has things to say about that. Gets the 2-man stun. And now 2 members down for US Army Esports during their own spider wave. Some gems were lost there, and now we're going to see possibly a boss push for Gambit Gaming. There it is. Chelsea continuing to push and split soak this experience. I will say this map has the #1 amount of boss throws. And boss over to the side of Gambit Gaming. This big old boy is just going to march down. He's a spider, but he's also Anubis. He's got a lot going on. Not even really a spider because he only has 6 legs. Here goes the engage onto 3 members of Esports, but the nice force wall prevents any further threat. The boss is about half health. Fort down in the top lane. Here comes Odin. Boss is down. 1 tower down before the keep. So overall, some good boss value, but decent defense by US Army Esports. The bad news is GG has enough gems for another spider wave. I'd like to see Army Esports get a little bit aggressive here since the talent tiers are equal. Maybe go in behind the spider wave. Something. They're going to have to turn something around because right now they're just dying a slow death. Sometimes when a team is good with their strategy, as Gambit Gaming appears to be, you just kind of get lulled into a low death, low action loss. Right now they've threatened almost no structures. They haven't played terribly, 3 kills to 5, but overall the objective has just been 100% in favor of Gambit Gaming. Oh, one more auto attack should take this thing out. And here comes Pearl Simon. Pearl Simon. Let us know, chat. Is it Army? Is it GG? And they're continuing to turn in the gems. Butts of spiders. Camps being picked up in the bot lane, as is the Bruiser camp for US Army Esports, who do have enough for another turn-in, but they gotta be careful. They don't want to lose all these just to force a turn-in. New York is in a bad spot. That excellent polymorph right after the tongue, and May is also in a bad spot. Ando is going to help her out of there, but we do have it. Isolation goes out onto Tassadar, followed by the tongue, lick, and a nuke explosion. And all those gems I was talking about, they go. Here comes Odin, and there goes this. Nubrak jumps in onto Anduin. Liark is up. Entomb does whiff. Let's take a look at the healing for Krizzo. 56k. Don't expect big time numbers from Brightwing. Uh-oh, Rainer's in a bad spot. A lot of damage went out on him, but we get a 2-man stun from a Nubarak. Ice Block does come out. Another 2-man stun from a Nubarak with the level 20 rewind. Fracture's getting very, very low. Uh-oh. There goes May. Liork's in a bad spot as well. There goes another member of US Army Esports. Black Hole does some pretty decent damage. Raymond is super, super low. He gets a nice heal from Brightwing. Ice Wall does connect on Nubarak. And Eternal Feast misses as well. Cassadar is starting to do a lot of damage, but we do have 3 catapults on the core. The core is going down. It's down to 10%, and there we have it. First victory of the night goes over to Gambit Gaming. And just like that, just lulled to sleep. Let's take a look at the post-game stats. 3 kills to 9. Banki, thanks for the follow. You rock. I love your guys' support. 3 kills to 9 in favor of Gambit Gaming. And overall, they just kind of won the war of attrition and won the objective slowly and surely. I'm going to give the MVP probably to Orphea. That's a lot of damage. Take a look at those numbers there. 85,000 damage. Love it. Pearl Simon. And Gambit Gaming walks away so far with a single victory. And let's see where we're headed to next. If I had to pick, what would I want to see? I'd like to see an Alterac. That's just me. If I realistically guess, I would say we're headed to... Probably Shrines. Chat, you guys got to get crazy. I want to see you just losing it. Spring break. Spring break style. Come on, do it for me. Or click that follow and subscribe button. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Oh, we are going to be going to Braxis Holdout. All right. 2-lane map. Picked by U.S. Army Esports. Who, if you want looking to come back from that last match, I think you got to do a couple things. You got to go with a comp that allows you to be a little bit more engaging rather than passive. And you got to just go for it. Don't be hesitant. Don't worry if you miss some of your ults. I know they had some misses, but I mean, you know what they say. No, you know what they say, right? Yeah, that game was not so crazy. It was just kind of a strategic domination. I won't call it domination, but I will say I don't know if GG lost any forts at all. Actually, I don't even know if they lost the tower. Crizzo is always crazy, dude. You're playing. Aren't you playing? Come on. All right, we are going to be headed to the draft. There he is. Banki, first timer. Welcome. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stroke folk. Alright, did we get any substitutions in here? Let's see. Sometimes these people try to do weird stuff to me. Yep, Ace Boogie. is going to be replacing Pro Basket. Mm-hmm. Braxis Holdout. I thought the level 22 might change it. Felt like they were waiting for it, but maybe, but yeah. It can be a game changer, but they were doing a pretty good job avoiding any dangerous entombs with multiple heroes inside. All right, first ban goes over to Gambit Gaming, and it's going to be Garrosh, the War Chief. Garrosh has a pretty low win rate in NGS, at least last season, and they're going to get a Brightwing ban on Krizzo, the Respect ban. Respect. Second ban for Gambit Gaming. Who are it going to be? I'm going to go with Gazla. Oh, man. The Tychus ban. Tychus, 53% win rate in NGS. Only gets banned 10% of the time. Like, get that guy out of here. Nobody likes you. Space Marine. Space Marine criminal. And there's an Anduin ban. All right, first pick over to GG. Let's see if they lock in their healer. Anduin, involved in so many games, but has such a low win rate. All right, a Junkrat. Hell yeah. If his Junkrat is anywhere as good as his Orphea, this is going to be a long game for U.S. Army Esports.
The crusade calls.
Sexy Vegan, I've got that set up for NGS wide last season. All right, a Johanna pick for Badger and Fracture with the Vala. Two more picks over to the side of Gambit Gaming. That's what Dahaka was doing that whole match. Oh, a Diablo from Northern Touch. I love me some Diablo. Probably my favorite hero in the game. And a Grey Mane for Raymond. Grey Mane. All right, last ban for map number 2 on Braxis Holdout for U.S. Army Esports. Let's go, Army. Shrinks. He is my boy. Not yours. Says Shrinks. A Rhaegar ban. Weird. Haven't seen that in a while. Last ban. Braxis Holdout for GG and company. It's going to be Morales. When was the last time you saw a Lieutenant Morales ban? Today. Today was the last time you saw it. It's not a trick question. I was just asking you. All right, 2 picks over to the side of U.S. Army Esports. They've got a tank. They've got some auto attack damage. See what they go with for heals. We're going to Gul'dan for Surefire. And Lucio. Lucio has one of the higher win rates in NGS last season. And last 2 picks for Gambit Gaming are going to be, drum roll please, Krizzo on Tyrande. Nope. Deckard King. And a Leoric for Chelsea. Last pick for U.S. Army Esports Ace Boogie, the new ad, the sub, the relief pitcher, if you will. Is the Haka. Alright, we getting any schwappy schwaps? Please say no. It's so easy to miss. Yep. Surefire is on Vala. And Fracture is on Gul'dan. Why you do this to me? Why? Alright, we're heading to map number 2, Braxis Holdout. NGS Season 16, week number 1, U.S. Army Esports. Versus Gambit Gaming. On the blue team, U.S. Army Esports, that one guy on Lucio. Fracture is on the Gul'dan. Dahaka played by Ace Boogie. Surefire on the Vala. And Badger on Johanna. For the red team, Crizzo on Deckard. Raymond on Greymane. Chelsea on the Leoric. Pearl Simon on Junkrat. And Northern Touch on the Dibbles.
Online in 10 seconds.
One thing I can
5,
guarantee you
4,
on this map,
3, 2,
there's going to be
1.
at least one Zerg
Access
rush.
granted.
One giant wave of Zerg. Actually, there will be 2 waves of Zerg. That's how good of a caster and predictor I am. Sexy vegan, you had some PTSD from that accidental swap, didn't you? I love Diablo on this map. It's so great. Uh-oh, Fracture. Be careful, sir. Diablo likes to eat you. Right now, we're just seeing some mad pokes. A lot of poking. Greymane is rotating up to the top for the beacon. Actually, he's rotating up to the top for this camp. As one of the only guys early in the game that can get this camp. And that was a whole lot of help. Alright, Diablo is standing on the bottom beacon. And we're just getting a lot of poke. Diablo's not having them take it over from him. Johanna trait is out. He could jump on her if he wanted. Smash! Oh. That was your chance. Boom. Boom. Greymane does jump in, but he gets blinded. Uh-oh. Nice. Defensive mine. Oh, the tongue on the Diablo, and there he goes down. Let's see if we get a little rotation back up to the top. Leoric's going to have to rotate to the bottom. Or to the beacon. Not B. Here comes Greymane. See if we can get a sneaky little kill. He's trying not to show where he is. Diablo is back. Stun goes out on Johanna. Uh-oh, Pearl Simon is in danger. Pearl Simon. Pearl Simon. And Gul'dan finishes off Pearl Simon with the long-range corruption. Two kills to nil in favor of U.S. Army Esports, and so far playing us a little bit better than last round. We are going to see Chelsea chase off Ace Boogie for the time being. Meanwhile, Greymane working on this bruiser camp. Lucio finishes his quest, as you would expect, on this 2-lane map. Camp marching down in the bottom lane. Marching, marching, marching. So now, your US Army Esports, you have to make a decision. Do we clear this camp out, or do we hold the beacons? And if you're Gambit Gaming, you wait for them to make a decision, and then you go to the other spot. Fracture almost goes down, but life drain, whatever you want to call it, save one. Beacons are both channeling now for Gambit Gaming as this camp pushes. I'd like to report something of interest up here in the top, but they're just using it out as they do. Alright, Johanna trait is out. Let's see if Diablo notices. He does not. Alright, level 7 is online. Stun goes out onto Fracture. Lucio boops all the mean people away. Uh-oh, watch out for Concussive Mine on Fracture. Every time he does that, Drain Soul. Krillman is just looking to beat him up with that Concussive Mine. Uh-oh, here goes the stun out onto Surefire. Diablo is just being a bully right now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Def with an F, show talents to say, fine, fine, fine. There's the talents. Thanks for joining us. Glad you could be here. Greymane's picking up the siege camp in the top lane. Beacons are channeling for Gambit Gaming. And that's getting 100 to nothing in favor of Gambit Gaming. Just when I spoke too soon, there's a 2-man punish. Look at that little Zerg. There's one Zerg wave, like I promised. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this Zerg wave. It's massive. Pushing with a camp, well timed for Greymane. And there goes Ace Boogie with the Greymane kill. Diablo gets his souls fully stacked. And we are about a quarter of a level until level 10 for Gambit Gaming, those Gambit gamers.
Third waves defeated. Resetting pens as per protocol.
W Diablo build. Mm-hmm. I imagine we'll see some overpowered charge talents picked up here shortly. Diablo's looking to get aggressive on Fracture, who's by himself. So US Army Esports does lose the top fort. Still has the bottom fort, and they are invading this siege camp on the side of US Army Esports with level 10s. There goes a 4-man stay a while and listen, and that was just beautiful by Frizzo. Very nice work there. That's why when the other team has 10, you stay far, far away. Far, far away. Two kills to 2. Relatively low excitement. Just a very strategic game. Speaking of strategy, I've heard if you hit the follow button in a Twitch streamer's Twitch page, that you will get cookies. All right, 10's online. Badger in a bad spot. There goes Chris Bullet out onto the Dahaka. Here comes the Riptire. Gets blowed up. Nice work. And now we're going to see continued pressure in the bot lane from Northern Touch. There goes a 2-man fear from Gul'dan. I'd like to see them get aggressive here. Throw that shield out, which it did, but it didn't get a whole lot of value. First bullet out onto Fracture. And once again, Gambit Gaming just kind of weathers the storm on the engage from US Army Esports and says, yeah, that hurt a little bit, but we're back in it. There's an OP A-frame. Ooh, Diablo goes in on the Vala. Northern Touch is caught out fairly far forward. There goes Chris Bullet out onto Gul'dan. Here comes the Riptire. 2 members down. Oh, and another beautiful stay a while and listen by Chris. Oh, make it blaze. I told you guys in pre-match. I told you. I've heard that if you try to hit the follow button and it's already following, cookies will come. I've heard this. Poor Ace Boogie. It's just hard to win 1v1 against that bully, Leoric. The Black King. Uh-oh. Badger's gonna have to pop his trait and use the ult defensively. 2-man fear goes out, but Decker doing a great job keeping all the members of GG alive. There goes 2 members of US Army Esports, and they've got more to say about it. Uh-oh, corruption going out on 2 members. Getting super, super low, but Decker just refuses to let anyone die. Raymond getting super aggressive. He might get another kill here. First bullet. Oh, the greed. My lust. My greed. Greymane goes down in a moment of wanton glory. Bloodlust was going all in. Trying to make a highlight reel. I want someone clip that so we can show it to him later and say, you see, this is the moment. We should have said, alright, 2 kills is enough. Riptire does come out, doing minimal damage to Ace Boogie and Badger. Third wave is nearly cleared out. They keep half health. And they are able to stave off the push. Uh-oh, we do get the Blessed Shield out. A 2-man stay a while and listen, but now Chriso's in a bad spot as Badger... Oh, Badger gets rooted by a well-placed steel trap by Pearl Simon. And just when you think Army Esports is going to have a nice engage and get some kills, they don't. Uh-oh. Badger, Northern Touch is doing a great job of warding off all these shadowed areas. I'd like to see them use this Lucio speed to get to Junkrat. Use your Blessed Shield if you got it. Oh, did not have it. And now Diablo's charging in on the Vala. The Unstoppable comes out. Here comes Lightning Breath with the Mexican mariachi music to boot, making it the best skin in the game, if you ask me. Hey, look at these. Look what Ace Boogie and Chelsea are doing again. Northern Touch goes in on Fracture. He may have to use an Unstoppable with a Fear. First bullet as well. A 3-man Blessed Shield followed by a Punish. Oh, they're so close. Krizzle getting very, very low. If he makes it out of this, oh my goodness. Back up to almost full health. Raymond just barely holding on. Uh-oh, Fracture gets launched in by a poorly placed. And now you can't run from Vala. There we go. Some turnaround kills for U.S. Army Esports. They're not going to go down without a fight. Fracture is going to have to hearth. Unless that grenade hits him.
The beacons are now online. Please keep them out of enemy hands.
All right, camp time. Let's get some camps. Let's camp it out. All right, stay aggressive if you're U.S. Army Esports. I think you gotta stay in it. Take a look at some damage numbers. 70,000 from Junkrat. Oh, so painful. Almost unavoidable damage. Uh-oh, Fracture's in a bad spot. Diablo booty bangs him against that wall, but he gets out of there with no danger. I'd like to see an aggressive Blessed Shield engage. Instead of just eating all this Pokemon. There it is. Keep sending it. Uh-oh. Another 2-man. Oh, Lightning Breath does come out, but Diablo goes down. A lot of damage going out on Gul'dan, and here comes Greymane. Oh, they're all so low. 2-man Entomb. Lucio gets out of there with 50 health, but both Lucio and Dahaka go down, and now GG is looking to channel both beacons, get a big old Zerg wave and a boss, and this is how things turn sideways for the army. Another 80,000 damage gain for Pearl Simon. There's the boss. There's the double beacon channel. And still 13 more seconds for the full team strength of U.S. Army Esports. Ten kills to 6 in favor of Gambit gamers. And 100% Zerg wave to nil. We are going to see the Fear. Here comes the Riptire. They do want to blow that thing up before it becomes a factor. Another 2-man stay a while and listen. 4-man Blessed Shield, but no follow-up damage. We're almost done with this boss. The Haka does go down from a Junkrat grenade. You hate to see it. And now the big old Zerg wave rushing in on your floor. That's the last thing you want to see. Uh-oh, Pearl Simon's in a bad spot, but no engage goes out onto him. And I don't think they're going to have enough siege damage to stop this Zerg wave from taking this core down real quick. That's why they call it a Zerg rush. Look at that thing just disintegrate. Game number 2, GG's over to Gambit Gaming. A quick 2-0 sweep. And there we have some post-game stats. 101,000 damage for Pearl Simon. Yikes. Fracture holding it down for his team with 70k and 111,000 siege damage. But in the end, the 11 kills to 7 and victory for those Gambit gamers. Those wily Gambit gamers. What am I looking for here? I'm trying to update the match stats and show you the official victory for U.S. Army Esports. Maybe. And not U.S. Army Esports, Gambit Gaming. Let me see if I can get Mr. Crizzo in this lobby for a post-game interview. If he'll have it. Crizzo. And by so Gambit Gaming, or at least the team that Crizzo was on last season, was a Division B team, as far as I'm aware.
Yo.
How's it going?
Hey guys, what's up? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How's it feel? First week of the season, and pretty clean 2-0 sweep. 3 points over to your team. How's it feeling after that victory?
Feels good.
I think it feels pretty good. It's weird coming back after the off season and like practicing and having new people on your team, and then trying to get into like an actual game where things matter. So scrims and Storm League are a little bit different. So yeah, it feels good.
Very nice, very nice. Well, we started out on, where were we? Tomb of the Spider Queen, and we talked a little bit about it while you guys were playing, but just kind of a generally strategically dominating, slow kill, low kill count, lull them to sleep kind of strategy. What did you guys go in there trying to do, and did you do it?
I think generally, like, we wanted to, especially against their team, we wanted to take away certain picks because they play like some very specific styles and very specific characters. So I think we actually went into that game maybe going on a more kill comp, but once we started doing well early and getting first turn-ins or getting walls down without even a turn-in, we could kind of sit back a little bit more and make them force into us. So when they did, I think that we actually had like the better heroes for team fight most of the time in those matchups, even though we played it slow and we're mainly stalling their objective and turning ours in.
Yeah, you guys did a great job just holding off the objective, playing a good defensive strategy, and just letting them atrophy all those gems when you got some good team fights in your favor.
Yeah, I know early on, I think it was like before level 3, I think we were like half a level up. So we were doing a good job actually stalling their rotation and clearing quickly. So controlling that top, the top and mid bush, and rotating really quick because they were having some trouble. We were on their side of the map for the first few minutes of the game, and that's always feels rough if you're on their side and you have to clear or you want to clear.
Yeah, totally agree. All right, Crizzo, let's talk about these crazy stay a while and listens that we had.
They weren't crazy.
Map number 2. Deckard, the old man Kane. Is this one of your favorite healers you like to play?
No, he's not actually.
Nice.
I just felt like it was the right comp to play it into.
Yeah, I mean, at one point it was like nobody could die. Your whole team had like no health, and yet somehow you're keeping all these guys alive. Very nice job there.
Thanks. It's my job.
Yeah. So it's early in the season. You guys pick up a 3 points moving on in. There's a lot of other teams that have 3 points. What do you guys do generally for practice and stuff? Like, what's your schedule look like as a team?
We tend to practice like twice a week, I think. But I don't like to move it into 3 days a week with games. So typically we're only scheduled to play twice a week. But a lot of us are on more than that.
Nice.
Yeah, we have a lot of people inside the org that play a lot of games. So usually we're playing with each other most of the week, but we only get either a couple scrims or a couple nights that are dedicated just to our team.
Very nice. So I always like to get a good insight into the different teams. Who's the crazy wild card? I want to know. It's Crizzo, isn't it?
I think we have to give that to Pearl.
Okay.
Pearl, we usually plays what he wants to play during these games, and it's kind of funny. It's only when we really like poke him that he gets to play. He plays meta heroes like Junkrat Umbraxas. But yeah, most of the time you'll see him play some really weird stuff, and that's because we call it the Pearl Special, and he likes to pull that out every now and again. These like weird stuff like Orphea and all sorts of stuff you never expect on a normal map.
Very nice. I always like to figure out who that is so I can remember for next time. Very cool. Well, congratulations, boys. Don't party too hard before we go. I'll give you the floor. You can shout out or whatever you want to do.
Go ahead, North.
I'd say like big shout out to U.S. Army Esports. I know that Fracture and I think it's his child is actually having surgery coming up this week. So I know he's probably been pretty busy and pretty worried, and my heart goes out to him and all my thoughts. I've got a young kid myself and never like to be in that situation. So I hope all things go well, and good luck to him and his family and the rest of the team and that sort of thing. Big shout out to you for casting. And big shout out to the rest of my team, including Salcero, who wasn't able to make our game tonight. But we have a solid group and love playing with you guys. Can't wait for the rest of the season.
Very nice. Well, congrats, Crizzo. Those were crazy. I don't care what you say. You were crazy.
Thanks, man.
Good job, guys, and good luck the rest of the season. I'll look to pick up as many of your games as I can, as my schedule allows, and we'll see you later.
We appreciate you.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
There you have it. Words from Crizzo and North. Gambit Gaming picking up the 2-0 versus U.S. Army Esports. That should get them up onto the top of the bracket here for Division C West. Like I said, early in the season. Still got some flex games and all that kind of stuff, but it's always a good feeling to get the season started off with a win, especially a 2-0. And so I know those guys are feeling good about it. U.S. Army Esports played an admirable game, and I think all it takes is really a little more organization. They had some solid play and awesome engages. So all it just takes is a little bit of that edge to push you over into the wins there. But thanks for joining me in the chat, guys. If this is your first time, oh, would I love you if you just hit that little follow me button, that little heart, and even notifications if you want. Let you know when I go live, play Heroes of the Storm, cast games, play some Destiny. I've been playing a lot of Apex Legends, so if you like what you saw, had a good time. I had a good time with you guys. Join the Stroke folk and hit that little heart there. I'd appreciate it. If you want some more content that's awesome and full of gaming news, reviews, and commentary, you can check out our podcast I do with two other buddies every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OMG podcast. That's One More Game podcast. We talk video games and life and how it works as a grown adult, not getting to play as many video games as you'd like, but we cover the industry and we have a good time chatting, and we'd love to have you there. So check it out. If you can't make it on the Twitch, check it out on Apple Podcasts. That's OMG Podcast. Love to have you become part of the community. That's going to be it for me tonight, guys. Thanks again for joining. Good luck in your Heroes of the Storm matches if you're in NGS, and have fun playing. Always be good to the other gamers out there and build community with each other. Just because you got to grow up doesn't mean you have to stop gaming. Game on, gamers, and I'll see you next time in the Nexus. See ya.